Hi, I'm Anton Bitel, and we're here to talk about Japan's foremost cyberpunk surrealist, Shinya Tsukamoto, many of whose best films can be watched at thehorrorshow.tv. Tsukamoto's breakout feature, Tetsuo the Iron Man, establishes many of the themes that would characterize the rest of his film work. Physical transformations, the transgression of personal identity, the violent expression of repressed anger and desire, and sadomasochistic power relations between men and women, typically expressed in his films through the dynamics of a bizarre love triangle. The plot of Tetsuo the Iron Man is abstract, oniric, and impenetrable, but let's say tentatively that it concerns the violent collision between a bland salaryman, his girlfriend, and a strange metal fetishist they accidentally run over with their car. After this event, something within the salaryman is awakened, and he begins to transform into an aggressive metallic monster with a drill where his penis should be, only for the fetishist to return from the dead for one final confrontation. Whether the metal fetishist is the salaryman's victim, his puppet master, or his rampaging id, this 16mm black and white hyperactive reimagining of Jekyll and Hyde comes with a rough and ready, down and dirty energy to match its bizarre story. As a calling card, Tetsuo is Tsukamoto's Eraserhead, a striking monochrome industrial nightmare where creation and destruction go hand in hand. Less a sequel than a bigger budget reimagining, Tetsuo 2, the Body Hammer, demolishes and rebuilds ideas and motifs from the original, this time shot both in 35mm and in queasily filtered colours. The plot, which riffs on Cronenberg's Scanners, is more expansive, but Tsukamoto's preoccupations with metamorphosis, body horror, and unchecked masculinity remain firmly in place, as does the writer-director's way with outrageous images and ideas. Here Tokyo is shot in cool, alienating blues as the arena where Japan's urban middle-class males unleash their most destructive fascistic urges, all as part of a national legacy of latent aggression. There are also, mixed in with all the metal mutilation and machismo, some bizarre gestures towards the physical comedy of Harold Lloyd, and the haunting final image of the film, with its love and beauty rooted in destruction, summarises Tsukamoto's whole aesthetic. There's another bland salaryman and another bizarre love triangle in the hallucinatory Tokyo Fist. Here, wimpish everyman Tsuda, played by Tsukamoto, sees himself beaten up and his fiancée Hizuru stolen by his former classmate turned pro boxer Kojima. And so Tsuda starts working out and transforming himself into a Charles Atlas for a bludgeoning rematch. Except that this is a film concerned with psychological breakdown and alienation in an unforgiving city, and the pounding conflicts which it portrays may all be just the nightmares of a damaged brain. Tokyo Fist is punching in a similar way to Fight Club, made 4 years after, but is far more enigmatic, ambiguous, and unresolved than Fincher's film. Stunning to look at, Tokyo Fist sets the visceral and the intellectual against one another in a boxing ring of the mind, leaving viewers with the sort of dazed confusion that normally only comes with a punishing blow to the head. Made a decade and a half later, 2001's Kotoko shows Tsukamoto continuing to pursue his interest in dramatising the damaged, destructive fantasy of an individual. Only in this case, unusually, that individual is a woman, played by the Okinawan folk rock singer Koko, who also co-wrote the screenplay. Even if the term is never used, Kotoko clearly suffers from paranoid schizophrenia. "I see double," she says near the film's beginning, and we see exactly what she sees, an ambiguous world where the most innocuous of people come with menacing doppelgangers.
2つ見える。どっちが本当かわからなくなる。
Kotoko's skewed perspective is allowed to govern everything we see and hear, in a nightmare of aggression and unhinged terror. Kotoko is a difficult and disturbing film. Not horror in any conventional sense, but full of abhorrent behaviours and unbearable tensions. And by presenting its heroine's distorted worldview from the inside out, it shows a profound respect towards both its troubled subject and her subjectivity. This is unmistakably a Tsukamoto film, but he's come a long way since Tetsuo. Tetsuo, Tetsuo 2, Tokyo Fist and Kotoko are all available on thehorrorshow.tv. I'm Anton Bitel, and be sure to check them out.